This is 56 representing from the Crazy Lounge. This is part one of the Crazy Lounge. Since Danny's not going to be here, you'll be able to see Danny's review after this one. And today, and you remember Dennis from the first episode of the Crazy Lounge doing our review on the Revengers. This time you actually get to see his face. You also remember him from the box video as well.
Yes, I finally got my box of the Blu-ray.
And you also got another box. You also remember you got Rock Band 3 in the mail from me.
Yeah, but I never saw that.
If only they could. But,
yes.
well, anyways, moving on. We're here today doing our review on Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, including the finale, The Dark Knight Rises. And anyways, before we move on, we'd like to have a moment of silence for the victims that were murdered and injured during the incident. And don't mind the noise, that's our baddie, our cat baddie. She's
a bit horned up at the moment.
Yeah. Anyways, we'd like to have a moment of silence minus the cat. Please, don't worry about the cat. We'll have a moment of silence for the victims that were injured and that were killed in the Colorado incident, because, you know, that was a really thing. This is why we're wearing the Batman shirts, to remember them by as well, because representing from one Batman fan to another. And here we go. Well, you know, it was a tragedy and stuff. Well, anyway, let's move them on. We're doing this with them. First, we'd like to do the Dark Knight trilogy. The first one, Batman Begins, was a great beginning and stuff, because one thing I liked about the Dark Knight trilogy, they were all based upon a lot of my favorite graphic novels, including a lot of Frank Miller stuff, including Batman Year One, which was amazing storytelling and great artwork. And also, let's not forget, so most of the stuff about the Dark Knight was based upon The Long Halloween, including The Killing Joke, including Batman, The Man Who Laughs, and Batman, The Killing Joke, which influenced a lot of the Dark Knight influence with the Joker. And also these are kind of influenced by the Dark Knight trilogy as well, because it shows like early Nolan's how he gets the weapons, the gears, and also we will not get the Dark Knight Rises, which is influenced by these three, including the origin of Bane. Also, you know, if you guys in the movie, yes, in this comic, Bane breaks his back.
He breaks his back like a...
And also another graphic novel, like, you know, that was everyone knows also influenced the Dark Knight Rises, was this graphic novel right here, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, where Batman appears as an old guy. You know, he's been gone for almost a decade and stuff like that, and he comes back and up with a bang. In this one, it's a great novel. He even kills the Joker in this one. Yeah, I know, shocking.
Yeah, very much so.
Anyways, well, let's do a review. Let's do a main review like we planned. The Dark Knight Rises. It was good, you know. I loved it and everything. It was everything I expected it for. It may not been good. Dark Knight. I didn't expect it to be all popular like the Dark Knight and everything, because, you know, none of the actors died in it like Heath Ledger did or anything. I have to say, I liked Tom Hardy who played Bane, but I wish he had more of a Hispanic accent a little bit, not. Well, according to my friend Dennis here, and
yes, my question: why the hell does he sound like Sean frickin' Connery? He's not supposed to sound like Sean frickin' Connery. What were you thinking? Seriously. Come on.
It didn't really bother me though. He was still sinister and superhuman strength. I liked the mask and everything. It may not have been exactly like the mask in the comics, but I also liked the fact that it also had Catwoman in there, and I have to say Anne Hathaway did a really damn good job as Catwoman.
I would do things so. Didn't really like the costume though, but
I know. I have to say, I like the vehicles and I like the Batplane. or should I say the bat? And yes, it does come in black. And one thing I did like that return was the bat pod from the Dark Knight. That was pretty cool.
Always liked the bat pod.
Yeah. This thing sucks though. I wish they kind of would have brought back the made the Tumbler another black Tumbler. But basically brought back the Batmobile, even though there are camouflage versions of replicas that are used by most of the game's thugs. The storyline was really good. It takes place 8 years after the Dark Knight. You know, Batman has gone. Bruce Wayne's gone hiatus as Batman for a while. He's retired. He kind of became a hermit for a while. He was injured from the night after getting shot by Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face from the Dark Knight. He's been taking a year hiatus, and his company's been bankrupt. He's losing everything, and Alfred, and he's saying, you know, this new storm comes and everything, and Bruce Wayne once again puts on the cape and cowl, and however Alfred's worried about his life and everything about it. He didn't really do nothing except stay in like a hermit in his mansion. And next thing you know, Bane shows up and Catwoman shows up, and a lot of crazy things happen. The whole entire city, when after Bane broke Batman's back in the movie, yes, in the comics he does break his back as well. Gotham City turns into a complete state of anarchy, like a complete martial law. It was every man for every human life for themselves, and there was like a bomb. There was no way to evacuate the city. The bridges were mostly blown off. Anyone alien, the entire city would be blown up. It was anarchy. It was kind of like, it was also the movie is also based on another graphic novel, which I don't have, called No Man's Land as well, there's an earthquake that happened, but it's almost like that. And Bane is in that one as well. And when Batman, however, the thing is though, Batman was sent to that prison. The one that Bane grew up in when he was a child. Yes, he grew up in that prison. However, they did change a little bit though. Little things though. They found out that Bane was the son of Ra's al Ghul in the League, and also a member of the League of Shadows. And Liam Neeson does make a cameo in there as a ghost, saying he's immortal, because I have to say Ra's al Ghul was a great villain.
Oh yeah.
What did you think so far, Dennis? Like your point of view.
Well,
about that part when Bruce Wayne was in the prison.
Well, I do have to say this much: it was a definite sign of torture for him.
Especially with his back broken, trying to rehabilitate it and stuff like that.
Yeah, which he definitely had to do the hard way.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention trying to get out of there. That was a whole big different thing entirely. But eventually he did get out of there, and he ended up saving the day.
And they kept, you know, that music, it stands for rise. They wanted him to get out of the tunnel and go back to Gotham and fight that darkness that Bane was spread upon Gotham City. He was trying to do the same thing that Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows were trying to do, basically trying to destroy Gotham City. And also I found out that this other woman named Miranda Tate, who was also a love interest for, other than Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, everyone found out, and yes, she is Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. And I think that kind of weirded me out is that Bane, even though in the comics Bane had some connection with the League of Shadows, and this one right here, Batman vs. Bane, where Ra's al Ghul found Bane fascinating. The thing is though, in the movie, he's the son of Ra's al Ghul. In a way, it's just kind of weird and stuff like that. It was a great film. I don't say I liked it and stuff like that. And he did almost have something to do with the League of Assassins, which they call it in the comic books, not the League of Shadows. However, he was considered too much of a brute. But even in the movie, however, Talia it was also kind of weird though. In the comics, she also had a love interest for Bane at first, then she considered him a brute in the comics. However, she did find him more attractive though, and even though they're kind of brothers, I think it's kind of a little weird. I don't know. It's incest. What do you have to say about that?
Definitely be sickening if that would be the case.
Other than that, though, it was a great movie. I have to say, I give it a. This is probably. I give it a 10. What do you give it, Dennis? Go ahead, rant about
funny.
it.
That is so very funny. Yes, that's why I was silent the whole time. I was waiting for that little moment to come up. Okay, let's start off a little bit with Bane. Look at this. Take a good long look at it. What do you see? You see a big hulked up man ready to do some very screwed up things to a guy in a cape and cowl. Let's talk about the guy in the movie, shall we? Now given, yes, it is better than Batman and Robin by so many different ways. But you also have to take into account that unlike the Bane in Batman and Robin, yes, he does show intellect. Granted, he does sound like Sean frickin' Connery. But there is one thing that he lacks compared to any other time that you see Bane. He doesn't look that strong. He doesn't look strong enough to lift Batman up and break his frickin' back. Now, I could be going a little bit overboard on it. I don't care. That's just my take on it. The movie itself, I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of fail in a basket. I was kind of wrong. It was a whole lot better than I thought it would be. However, it also had a whole lot of qualms that I pretty much thought were going to happen. Pretty much Bane. The fact that it was extremely overcasted by my standards. And the fact that, as far as storyline goes, the whole dang thing was way too much to conceal within an almost 3-hour time frame. If anything, it should have been a 2-parter. Oh yeah, there was something else. Oh yeah, Catwoman's little outfit. Seriously, how can you conceal your identity with a pair of goggles? How?
I think the costume looks too much like the 1960s Catwoman outfit.
Yeah, we all know what happened when they tried to use 1960s in a Batman movie. Granted, I do like Jim Carrey, but god dang, make the Riddler a little bit better, will you?
Yeah, to be honest, George Clooney kind of reminded me too much of like Adam West, though.
Yeah, but that's neither here or there. But then we go off. Liam Neeson made kind of a cameo appearance. That was okay. Rather enjoyed that.
I did
but
too.
Pretty much, all in all, my biggest qualm came in the end. And I will warn you right now, if you have not seen the movie yet and you do want to see it and you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video.
Turn it off right now. Just press stop, please.
Yeah, because I'm going to say this anyway. Friggin', at the end of the movie, the guy, if you remember, the guy who was the detective, what was his name? Blake something or other?
Yeah. John Blake.
Yeah, John Blake. He turns out to have known who Batman was this whole freaking time.
Because he apparently experienced the same fate like Bruce Wayne did when he was young and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then towards the end of the movie, he ends up finding a Batcave, and then you also realize that in his name is Robin. Ah, how nice. So now we're going to possibly see that if there is another Batman movie to be made, we're going to be seeing either Robin
or Nightwing,
or quite possibly
a new Batman. I think what they're doing is trying to build up towards the Justice League movie. They're going to try to, that Warner Brothers is trying to and DC are going to try to make together.
Yeah, but in Justice League, isn't Batman Bruce Wayne? I do believe he is.
He could actually come back. You know, I don't think they would. Because I have to say, Christian Bale is one of the best guys ever played Batman in years.
I just go by the simple principle of that.
And
If
Bruce Wayne.
there is a Robin-esque character in a Batman, 9 times out of 10 is going to become a fluke. Just
Also-
like Batman and Robin, just like Batman Forever. I'm sorry, I didn't like Robin.
But I heard,
Doesn't-
nonetheless, though, Christopher Nolan will probably write the story for the other two Batman, for the next Batman film, though. Maybe be directing, but he produced it. Hell, he's producing the new Superman movie, Man of Steel. That's gonna be pretty awesome, especially directed by Zack Snyder, who directed not only 300 but also Watchmen.
Yeah, but as far as the actual movie goes, I would give it about, I'll be nice and say a 7.5. Originally I was going to say 7, but I guess I'll give it that little extra something just to keep it good.
Hey, seven's sold potential and everything. Heck, IGN gave it a 9 out of 10 at least. There's even it got an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's still pretty good. It's a B. Hey, B and A is the second best thing to an A.
Mm-hmm.
Still means you're pretty smart. It still means you have potential. It's not mediocre like a C. It's still good. I gotta say the movie was phenomenal. It's gonna be it's one of the best Batman movies I've seen in years. That's my opinion, though. I loved it.
I prefer Dark Knight.
I have to say, well, anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, and I hope you enjoy this video. This is Figgy666 and Dennis signing out.
See ya.
He is vengeance. She is the night. She is Batty.